a big-time play.
This guy checks all the boxes.
Slovis to pass, throws for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, USC. Drake London in the back of the end zone has it in between two defenders, and the ball game is tied. How do you do? 10 to go situation for Arizona State. Daniels drops to pass, throws too soon. It's bounced and incomplete, and the Trojans will take over on downs, and USC will win the football game.
That's right, the Pac-12 is back, and we learned that Kedon Slovis is an absolute bucket. Welcome to the wrap-up, presented by Samsung QLED. I'm Christine Williamson, and here are my two friends.
It's pronounced bike. It's not back. It's Pac-12 bike.
It's bike.
Never in my life say that.
I don't know why not.
The Pac-12 is bike. Does that sound right?
No, you probably shouldn't
Hold on.
do that. I lied.
Real talk,
You
was
probably
kickoff
shouldn't
at like
do that.
9 a.m.?
Yeah, 9 a.m.
That's
local.
why I missed it, didn't I? That's right.
Oh, local. That's just what it is. Like, you kind of screwed things up in that, like, it was noon here.
Yeah.
So you should have been up.
Well, you know, I'm on that Snapchat grind also as well.
Of course,
so
of course.
the
Right.
media
Yeah.
schedule
So
is
same,
completely thrown off.
But no, you got to be up. I don't know what you're doing.
Either way, no one pays attention to the Pac-12 until we're weeks into the season where there generally is a front runner, because at this point, at any given time, just throw something on a wall and let it stick.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So, Christine.
All right, so the Pac-12 is bike, and we have
Just interrupted you. She's
and
like,
we have some Saturday shout-outs to give, starting with best hands. And in my opinion, this shouldn't be best hands. It should be best booty. Well, actually, that's
Best booty?
Whoa.
that's actually FYI. That's actually Gary's take, because he said that Ellinger got a little dunk. I thought it was sus, but you know that was from you.
Hey, no, look, ain't nothing wrong with objectifying the male body for a little bit. It is what it is. And also, the hand lingering. I'm pressing charges.
The hand
That's odd, right? That's odd.
The
I
hand
mean,
lingered.
your hand never lingered when you
As
were
if
patting your teammates' ears.
letting him through a door gently.
Right.
Just a calm
Ellinger
little.
has never missed a set of squats, though. That's
Not at all. Not at all.
That's just me showing the absolute love.
I feel like that's sus, but okay.
No, it's just respect. We don't sit here and recognize it. Understand that. Ain't no shame in it.
Okay, let's go to the most disrespectful
What we
play.
just said about Sam Ellinger is wrong.
Same game.
Yeah, this running back decided to take my man's there for a ride for about a solid 10 yards with a stiff arm. And a few things are more gratifying than stiff-arming somebody just to hell.
Into oblivion. Trevor, that's what I was about to ask you. Is there a more satisfying feeling for a running back?
Running over somebody.
Exactly what you were, just trucking somebody.
Running over somebody is like a queen. Like, it's probably top dog out of all that.
Okay, but have you?
Be close.
Oh, without question.
Okay.
It's sniffing. Like, it's sniffing. Yeah.
Okay, but have you ever stiff-armed somebody twice in a row? Like, that has to be a flex, yeah?
It's great. I'm not. Let me be clear. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad experience. I'm just saying that running somebody smooth over, stepping on their chest, and smiling while you do it has its advantages.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, most urgent. Oh, yeah, this guy, I mean, I guess the question is, what exactly was he going to go do? Because he had to get off. This is Tyler Johnson. He immediately left the field.
I guess the BGs hit as soon as he made the
That
sack.
might have been what that
He just said,
was.
Coach, bubbleguts, I got to dip.
You have to read the room. Those are all white uniforms. And that's all I'm going to say. When you know that nature is calling, she doesn't wait.
Might as well go ahead and listen.
She won't leave a voicemail.
Go ahead and listen.
She will pop up and say, bam, I'm here. Let's party.
So you're right.
So you think it's for sure number 2 and not number 1?
Yeah, no, I'm going to go with that. I mean, because if it's that urgent, yeah, I'm going to dip out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to best tackle. Indiana coach. All right, we're not talking about a player here. He tackled his own player.
Yeah, because it was the Selly game, right? Gets a game-sealing pick. By the way, Michigan, what are we doing?
What's happening there?
Indiana, undefeated, great. But then you get taken out by your coach. We might have to scrap.
I mean,
Coach, as soon as we roll over, I'll take whatever up, downs, or wind sprints I got to do on Sunday. But we might have to trade a couple blows here.
This just tells me that Indiana, it's all about tough love, because we featured them last week
For sure.
when wide receiver Wap Filer just beats up his own teammates.
That name.
Coaches DBs beating up each other, and that is why Indiana is Windiana thus far this season. And Coach Harbaugh apparently after the game was like, "We're close."
All right, and that was
So what? We're 1-2. What?
Yeah.
Close to what?
Don't say
Being
that.
up out of the paint.
Indiana won. That was the first win against the Wolverines since 1987. So maybe that's why he was so excited. Let's go to the biggest bully, because this is absolutely embarrassing.
This is soft.
There's a guy, number 0. I want you to focus on that guy.
Right, so this receiver gets the knockdown on the play, and then that dude, brother, comes back into the play, just trying to show max effort, right? He don't want to get caught on tape slipping. And he came back in with the gusto and completely missed. And that's tough.
See, I was like flip side of that. I thought it was like impressive that he got bodied by the receiver, completely blocked out of bounds to the point you didn't see the first part.
Correct.
And then the second part, he's like, no, I'm going to make up for it, and then just completely airmailed.
No, yeah. Game is the game.
embarrassing.
Got caught slipping.
That guy is Jack Jones. He's a redshirt senior, so I don't know. Maybe he's trying to just give his all in his
Really
last
just put in
run.
his entire name.
Yeah.
I
His
mean, you
government
can
name,
look
I
him
was-
up.
Christine said,
Number
flame
0.
this man. Flame this man.
Look up and on the roster. All right, the biggest regret. Virginia Tech. The game is tied. Virginia Tech returns a no-good field goal for a touchdown, but they called a timeout before the touchdown.
It was shenanigans, right? Like, so this game winding down, as you said. Game-winning field goal chance for Liberty. I don't know why they were kicking for 59 yards. That was foolish to begin with. Kicker sends it into the back of the line of scrimmage. It gets blocked. They return it for the touchdown. And as Christine said, they called timeout before, and then they lose the game.
You play with fire, you're going to get burned. It's got to be situational awareness. I am not a college football coach, but like if my opponent is going to attempt a 59-yarder for the win, it's like, you know what, guys, let's just see how this plays out, because I don't think the timeout's going to freeze him.
Correct. And also, I deserve to lose. If this joker hits a 59-yard kick in college, I'll take that L with honor, frankly.
Situational awareness, but that's easy for us to say in a climate-controlled studio.
For sure.
It's cold in here. Best catch up next. Houston's Bryson Smith.
That's a tight
A
spiral.
little bit of a ricochet.
3 for Cincy was hot. He was upset. He was ripping 11. He's like, hey, before he even caught it, he's ticked off.
Which I don't understand, because number 3 has his feet firmly planted on the ground. And if he was the DB who was on press coverage, he got smoked. And if he was a safety who was supposed to be there for the assist, there was no assist.
Yeah, how you coming in for help and you just angry? Like, help me before you rip me.
I don't know who he was mad at, but I feel like he shouldn't have been mad at anybody but himself.
All right, this is my favorite thing. Best athlete, because it's not even a football player. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this ref on the top of the screen with a little casual backflip. I mean, he fell,
No,
but then he flipped.
This was sarcastically written. This is not athletic at all. No, this brother here is fumbling in the backfield. I ain't think about him.
It's called tumble class. My 5-year-old cousin signs up for that.
Yeah, my man out here doing jamboree classes in the backfield. I ain't think about him.
It's amazing.
Not the best athlete in the family. Like, no. Learn how to walk. Learn how to stay on your feet.
I mean, is it like, do you think he was trying to play it off like, oh, if I do this flip, then maybe nobody will pay attention to the fact that I was falling?
No, he just had no control over his momentum. His heels just kicked
He didn't
over
even do
his
that on
head.
purpose, so he was probably very afraid as he was flipping.
very disoriented.
It was a smooth recovery, though. I'll give him that.
All right, so as I said, Pac-12 is back. Stanford at number 12, Oregon, not looking too great for Stanford.
Christine.
Oh my goodness. Is that like an Atlanta thing?
Bike.
Southern.
All right,
Peloton.
Pac-12 is bike. That means
Like
Oregon is shut up. That means Oregon is bike. Stanford did start this thing off, but guess what? It was all Oregon after that. Running back CJ Verdell.
Gosh, what? 45, get up out of the paint.
Insane.
And look, the run game for Oregon is going to be strong. Joe Moorhead, our offensive coordinator, new there, came from Mississippi State. He's got the 3 leading rushers on that roster returning, and that's exactly who they featured this evening for good reason.
Also, real quick, I know we see another touchdown, but we have to revisit that white stuff went flying. That was either paint from a helmet or someone's teeth. Either one,
1,000%.
impressive.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think do people just lose teeth like that? Is it that easy?
Gotta wear mouthpieces.
Listen, I've seen somebody's ear pads fly out on a tackle, so like anything can happen, dog.
Like from under their helmet?
Yes. It is the hardest tackle I've ever seen in my life. Helmet stayed on, but the ear pad flew out. It was the wildest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
All right, here's Tyler Shugg, run for 9 yards, touchdown. That made it 28-7, but right now the final score is 35-14 Stanford.
Oregon rolling.
I mean, Oregon.
Okay.
that's
this is what we prefaced off top of the show. Pac-12, welcome back. Power 5 conference. We expect maybe one of those programs to get into the CFP conversation, but this is what we talk about every single year since the CFP introduced itself. It's always going to be in Oregon. They're going to be in that conversation, but no one knows anything about the Pac-12 until about 5, 6, 7 games into it, and what it ends up being is disappointment coming out of the Pac-12, generally speaking.
That's fair to an extent, but I also think that this season, if anything, is the one where we're going to see some stuff get screwed up, right? Like, because we already done seen that it's subjective is all outdoors because nobody's playing another conference, against each other, right? So knowing that, if Oregon just looks dang good against everybody that they're playing against, why not insert them into the conversation? Because we're all basing this off of past experience. Oregon went and won the Pac-12 last year. We know that they have a solid run game despite losing all of their offensive line. Mario Cristobal always has that unit tight. So, this is a team that we come to expect a level of performance that is going to be on the national stage quite a bit.
Flip side of that, we can expect that from them, but generally speaking, there's always a letdown game from Oregon. Always, always, always. They lose a game they're not supposed to lose, which then completely removes them from the CFP.
Okay, but think about this. The Big 12 is absolute garbage, right? So,
yeah,
no, I don't hate them.
I don't know if Christine hates or loves the Big 12.
They're not good.
It depends on the week. It's crazy.
Listen, the Big 12 is not good this season, but this is what I was going to say. There's 4 teams, right? 4 teams are in the final CFP, right? So we got, let's say, Alabama. Oh, I almost said Oklahoma. Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to be that 4th team? I would assume it's going to be a Pac-12 team if it's going to be a team from a Power 5 conference.
Well, that's the thing. I think we could get a Cincy. We could get a BYU. Shouts to Zach Wilson. We will holla at him. But there are a myriad of teams that could end up inserting themselves into this conversation because of just how subjective this season is.
Okay, well, I was just talking about Clemson a little bit. They're currently playing.
Hey,
it's in overtime. It's 33 to shut up.
How you feeling?
It's 33-33. I feel fine because Sunshine's not even playing. So
did you go to Clemson?
Yeah, did you?
No, I didn't actually.
You went to Miami,
I don't know where you got that from. No idea where you got that from. So overtime, 33-33. I just lost where I was in the rundown.
Hey, don't even worry about that. We got you, dog.
Wait, but this is a fun note. This is a fun note.
Go ahead, please.
Clemson is the first team to be ranked number 1 in the AP poll and trailed by 10+ points at halftime in consecutive weeks over the last 75 years.
And they are tied now because they are playing none other than Notre Dame, and they know how to fumble a bag with the best of them. And that's the thing, right? It's so unfortunate that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish sort of succumb to this sort of narrative every single season, but there is something to it, I guess. But also, I just want to note, I thought that this game was going to be contingent upon Travis Etienne's performance, and he was going to go off because Notre Dame ain't have nothing to match him. They have shut that brother down to the fullest extent of the law. It's impressive.
He did pop one in the end zone, but we can't take anything away from what freshman quarterback DJ Big Cinco is doing right now. Listen, because C-Dub, you rattled off that stat. I would love to know in those numbers how many teams have done that with their backup quarterback and the prospective number 1 overall pick missing the last 2 weeks. What Dabo Swinney's been able to do with that Clemson team missing their most important player is nothing but impressive. They should stay the number 1 team as long as they pull off this.
To be clear, though, ain't none but 4 and 5 stars on that roster. I just want to also make that clarification.
Take away from my argument.
I'm not trying to do that.
Away from
I don't want it. Right, let me just go ahead and chop them legs from underneath you, bro. In any case, we would like to check in with the aforementioned Zach Wilson, if we could.
It is now time for the biggest social moments of today, brought to you by Desero by Samsung. We start Oklahoma State at Kansas State and literally just handed Oklahoma State the ball.
Dog, I did not believe it the moment I saw that joint. I didn't know what team was possessing the ball.
Not in the history of that football player's life has he or will he get an easier touchdown on the defensive side of the ball. Bless him. Man, bless him on this Saturday.
Super simple. That's a gift. All right, UNC beat Duke 56-24. So that means the victory bell stays in Chapel Hill, and they were lit.
Saddest part about this, my man was riding on that little Carter thing, and he was trying to do the Marshawn Lynch, swerving, and
It got less cool as I was watching. I was like, oh, yeah, they're going Marshawn.
Right.
And then I realized this is not even a motorized vehicle. He got somebody pulling him. That was a baby blue radio flyer.
Yeah.
It was upsetting. It was upsetting.
Improvise when you gotta improvise. Let them live.
You
All
gotta
right.
leave it alone.
This is just straight disrespectful. Stiff arm?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we've heard this discussion go up a couple times. Would you rather get stiff-armed or dunked on?
Jeez, probably dunked on.
I guess, but like
Heck
photo
yes.
evidence of that is usually really tough.
But stiff arming just usually comes out of nowhere, and it's just like, I feel like it would hurt.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Quite frankly, whiplash.
I done offered it a few times. It's nice.
you have.
It's very wonderful.
I don't want to be on the receiving end.
That seems way more disrespectful because you also are like pushing up
Mush.
to the ground. Like that's just
Yes.
mad disrespectful. All right. Mississippi got a new state flag and Ole Miss decided to debut it at their game.
Shout out Kylan Hill, bro. I know he ain't playing no more, but he was part of the reason that joint got changed. So I want to give all the love to that young man as well.
That was the preface, and it is a nice flag, and it does remind me, for some reason, of the New Orleans Pelicans logo.
Oh.
I know, that was just like a little bit of a tangent, but it's a nice looking flag.
Oh, I'm okay
Anyway,
with it.
Ole Miss also debuted the flag, so it was a great day in Mississippi. All right. Maryland tweeted something amazing today.
Son.
When you search for Tua Tagovailoa, now what comes up? His brother.
Yeah, so Maryland got off on their Twitter today. They said, we are, right? Just took their whole joint. Then put a picture of the voting map and everything and replaced the Maryland flag on Pennsylvania as a state. And said that's what they colored as now.
Wait. They went that deep?
Yes.
See, Maryland's always
had the
doing the
drafts.
most. They're always bragging about their flag as if like that's the only thing that state has to offer. But now they have a decent football program because they got a Tagovailoa under center. And don't sleep on Maryland Blue Crab.
Oh, okay. Shout out Alex Grant, by the way, social media manager down there with the Maryland Terps. He is fuego with it.
Oh,
Shouts
wow.
to Alex.
Wow. All right. So I was surprised to know this guy's name was Najee Thompson because I didn't know there was two Najees in college football, but that was a pretty sweet catch.
Oh, yes, filthy. We had plenty of really good catches this weekend. The boys came out to play. It was dope.
That was actually the third Najee that we've heard, because anytime I generally ask Trevor a question, it's Najee. Najee.
What?
Hey, Trevor, can I
Yes,
borrow
yeah.
a parachute?
What?
Najee. Hey, Trevor, can you get me something from the calf? Najee.
You good?
What in the world? Okay, so last week we saw a guy on the Indiana
Yes.
sideline who was getting people really hyped, and his name is WAP. That's not his real name.
We thought it
Gary, I'll
was.
let you tell what his real name
Yeah,
is.
because I got worried when
Uh-huh.
I didn't see this written, and it was told to me that somebody's name was WAP.
And we were-
I was concerned.
You were Meg Thee Stallion, I was Cardi B. And
Why did you go there?
But
Why
you
did you go there?
did.
That's
Wow.
we didn't have to
Wow.
go there.
Okay, never mind.
We didn't have to do that.
Well, basically, let me give the people the story. His
Yes,
real name
go
is
ahead.
Mister, and his moniker is WAP because he loves Burger King Whoppers.
Yes.
And his parents nicknamed him WAP, a la Penny Hardaway's late grandmother, nicknaming him Penny because whatever was the reason.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I
see,
just
but
got
anyway,
stuck on
that's the
WAP.
story.
I'm just thrown off.
Yeah.
It's a solid story, Gary.
Thanks, man. I
for
didn't
that.
know how to
that
finish
was
it,
a
though.
really good one. Great, thanks. Anyways, we talk a lot about the top quarterbacks in the college football, but we don't talk that much about this guy.
There aren't a whole lot of quarterbacks across the country that can make that throw.
Zach Wilson to speed, and he dives for the end zone. Touchdown.
You know what time it is. Couch Conversations brought to you by Dr. Pepper. And you see the headgear that my man Gary Striewski got on, and it's for a good reason. Because BYU stud quarterback coming off a 359 passing yard performance and a big-time win over Boise State, Zach Wilson, joining the wrap-up. We appreciate you taking the time to do so, big dog. And at what point in this season are we going to see you strike the Heisman pose?
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard to say. I don't know if that's bad luck if you're striking the Heisman pose.
Fair enough. I mean, Desmond Howard did it, and like it cashed out for him. I figure I like your odds, man. Like if you ever feel so inclined, feel free to do so. But how does it feel sitting at 8-0 and making a run for a potential college football playoff appearance for the BYU Cougars?
Yeah, huge, man. This year's been a ton of fun so far. Grateful for the position we're in. Grateful that we had a schedule. Such a last-second thing for us. And, really on the team, we were just happy to be playing because, really we didn't think we were going to be in this position. And so to be 8-0 and be ranked at 9th in the country and to come up with a huge win at Boise State, which BYU's never done before, it feels good. It feels good where we're at.
Man, got the history to go along with it. I want to follow up real quick on that schedule note. Knowing you had 5 games just blown out of your schedule before things even popped off. Scramble drill, you pick up Navy, blow the doors off of that program just to start the season. But then y'all since have settled into whatever your schedule unfolded to be. How has that been week to week, and also obviously playing amidst the global pandemic?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It was a roller coaster. The off season, we had no idea who we were going to play, and picking up Navy and then some of the other teams we had on our schedule, we were just grateful to be playing. Like I said, we were really excited for the schedule that we had. We had a lot of big-time teams on there, and we were excited to prove how we were as a team. And really, it was a week-to-week thing. We were really just preparing, saying, hey, if anyone's playing college football this year, it's going to be us, right? So we had that ability, being a private institution that's not a conference. And so, glad to be where we're at.
Zach, let's cut to the chase. You've been spinning it down in Provo for the last handful of seasons, but right now you're on a national stage. Everybody's seeing you rocking the headband. I love the look. It looks so good. So maybe some people know the backstory, but a lot of people right now hearing it for the first time. What inspires the headband look? I'm rocking the Ninja Band, and Treavor wants to point out I have absolutely zero hang time because my melon is huge. But how did you start the look?
Yeah, I don't know. That really went back to my freshman year. I remember, I think me and my family went shopping at like a Dick's Sporting Goods, and I just came across the Jumpman logo headband, and I knew some guys at Oklahoma rocked it just because they were sponsored by Jordan Brand. I'm like, okay, well, Jordan is technically Nike still, so I can wear that. And I really tried to make it my thing, especially for a Nike school, someone that probably no other Nike affiliated school is wearing something like that. And so I threw one on. I loved how it looked hanging out of the back of the helmet, and ever since then, it's kind of just been my thing to wear that Jumpman logo headband.
I think when the timing is appropriate, I smell an endorsement deal coming. Anyway,
man, savvy with it, savvy.
Zach, what's it like being the quarterback at BYU in Provo right now? The nation is starting to buzz around you guys. The program is undefeated. You guys are playing solid football. What's the atmosphere like there in Provo?
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's different. Going on campus when you are 7-6 is not nearly as cool as when you're 8-0. And that's not just for me. It's all the players. We walk around campus and everyone looks at us a lot different than they did last year. And so it's a good feeling. Everyone's walking around with a lot of confidence on the team. There was guys last year that maybe didn't play a ton that this year they're a whole different guy because of their playing time on the field this year. And, but the whole thing's just been fun. It's been a blast.
It's very apparent from the look to the jersey number, to the way you play ball, that you got a certain swagger about yourself, Zach. And I, for one, appreciate it. I think Gary does as well. I just want to make that claro. But who exactly do you model your swagger after? If there was anybody either in the NFL or to any level of professional sports even, open that thing up. Who are you modeling your swagger after?
Yeah, it's hard to say. As a player, I love how Aaron Rodgers plays. He's my guy, but as far as his swag, the way he dresses, he doesn't have any. He has no swag. And so, yeah, if he was to wear a cool helmet, get rid of that single buckle chin strap and shave a little bit and get rid of the baggy sleeves, he could have some cool swag going for him. But really, I loved Marcus Mariota. College and into the NFL, I loved swag. The way that he dressed for each game, it was a clean look. He had the just two clean stripes under his eyes with the eye black. Either some sort of headband, but he always had the cool face mask, the cool visor, and then he always mixed it up with the sleeves and the half sleeves on his arms.
I dig that. Okay, so I love the breakdown that you just offered. How much feedback are you providing your teammates? Because I assume that if they walk out the locker room looking like some slaps, you telling them to go back to the locker room and, hey, tighten up to some accord.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, even the receivers always tell me I have no swag, but it's because I got that quarterback swag and they have the receiver swag, and we're always going back and forth what we think is the correct way to do it. But yeah, dressing to impress is definitely the way to do it. Playing football.
Look good, feel good, play good, and Zach Wilson is doing just about every last bit of that. We appreciate you joining the wrap up, big dog.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
And we
Duck might lose interest and just fly away and get out of there, which may be good advice under the circumstances.
All right, so that was Mike Leach breaking down SEC mascots when he arrived in the SEC last season. Pretty solid breakdown, yeah?
And now, let's get ready to rumble!
Unnecessary volume.
We're going to do something very similar. We're going to break down some Pac-12 mascot matchups.
Okay.
It's called Mask Off, and I just realized as I was about to say that is like mask off, you know, like
The future bump? Yeah, we got you.
Okay. So shout out to whoever did that. But we're gonna pit some mascots against one another, and you guys get to decide.
Let's get it.
I like it.
I can't
Let's
wait to be right.
The first one, we got Sparky the Sun Devil versus USC Trojan Traveler. Who would win this one?
First of all, Sparky looked like he pushing about 6'11", and so like the reach is probably crazy.
Irregardless, what's the audacity somebody saying the devil is not alive? Rick Ross has a song saying exactly the opposite.
So I think this devil is alive, and also I think it's undead more than anything. Like it's like not alive, but like undead. You know what I mean?
Regardless, the devil. They make movies about this guy.
Correct.
They make
movies that I don't watch.
Yeah.
For the record,
he's winning, and he could be in a band.
Yeah, dog.
Like, come on.
Look, they said the Trojan was a total bro, but like if he out here on the drums, I think he takes that title too.
Well, earlier, Gary, didn't you say something about how tridents don't do anything to anybody? And
I'm saying a trident wouldn't do anything to a buffalo, which we're going to get to. But right now, I'm giving the win to Lucifer. I mean, I don't think I'm out of pocket saying that.
His name isn't Lucifer.
Okay.
Sparky is just a nickname, Christine. It's definitely Lucifer. Governor's name, definitely Lucifer.
Devil. He's not like a hell devil.
Emphasis on devil. Keep it moving. He's winning.
Like, no.
Okay, next up we got the Arizona Wildcat Wilbur versus Utah Ute Swoop.
How about I'm never picking somebody whose name is Wilbur in a fight?
Unless it was a mountain lion.
It's 61 years old.
He's literally 61 years old versus a 24-year-old. I don't know if that would work out really well for the season.
Also, I didn't realize a Ute was a bird.
Okay, I think that's PC. But I've seen a live lion before, mountain lion. I know wildcat lion is a little ambiguous right there, but I'm telling you right now, mountain lions you do not want to mess with.
Well, both of them dance like they're TikTokers.
And the talons on each are very sharp.
Aren't we talking about the actual mascots, not the people inside the mascots?
Yeah.
In their
Well,
give me the wildcat. Wildcat will destroy a bird.
If it can get
it. That makes sense. All right, so we got UCLA Joe Bruin versus Colorado Buffalo Chip.
Yes.
I feel like this is a pretty solid matchup.
Absolutely.
Joe can stand up on his hind legs, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give him that one.
Grizzly bears are the most ferocious mammal in the world. However, a buffalo, a bison, is 2,500 pounds.
Yes.
And it is right up there with an alligator as far as like the most survivable animal to ever exist. Give me the bison any day of the week.
Well, clearly the bear has the children of the corn alongside him, so
correct.
It's like an unfair fight.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. But did anybody notice that Joe was 96 years old?
I didn't know if you noticed. I would like to question where we're getting these ages. I feel like
he was 96.
I'm telling you, Ralphie is running through him and anything else you put in its way. You guys ever seen Gone with the Wind?
Yes, but like a long time ago.
Tatanka.
Okay, that's fair.
Tatanka.
Okay, so next we've got the Stanford Tree.
Okay, next.
Versus the Oregon Duck.
On some low-key stuff, though, the tree is out of pocket. It's just
I can't stand this tree.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know why we had to just call the tree ugly.
Wait,
you just said it's not cute.
It's ugly.
That felt like a personal attack.
The only tree I trust in a fight is Groot, and that ain't Groot.
It is not.
But I will tell you right now, those teeth could do some damage, but ducks don't care. They got webbed feet. Look at this guy right here, just tongue out, not even caring. Look at this duck is about that life.
Yeah. Clearly, the Oregon duck is with the. Oh, Jesus, he's about that action.
This was a real fight. This ended up being a real fight. Like,
are you joking?
No, they had to break this up.
No.
I think like it's hilarious because like the cheerleaders don't know if they playing. They're like, should we step in? Like, I don't really know.
Listen, the duck's winning, even though
it feels like the duck is winning. Although I don't know what the duck is going to do from like an attack standpoint.
It ain't gotta do nothing. Wait out the tree. Actually,
Yeah, no, you're not waiting out a tree.
Trees also, they live very long. Maybe that's why, I don't know how old that thing is, but I will ask this. We saw a palm tree and then we saw like a Christmas tree. Like which one, does it matter which one it is?
Now it's a chameleon tree. That's unbelievable. We were just throwing in absolute X factors in this.
We saw it.
No, I get it, and it's just not fair.
Palm tree is more lethal because it has coconuts.
Ooh, you're right. They fall off and it would knock the duck out.
Palm trees are so dumb. It's 99% wood and then a couple branches up top.
I mean, but what you using a tree for? Wood?
Shade?
First of all, palm trees are gorgeous. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, Washington State, Butch the Cougar versus Benny the Beaver at Oregon State.
Hey. Butch look like he got a bad batch of something.
Does it say? Oh, yeah, I guess.
I'm just going to point this out and let it be what it is, but I think the name should be flip-flopped is all I'm saying, and I think the Washington State Cougar demolishes the Beaver. Unless it's a dam building competition.
Fair.
The Beaver.
That's also like, it's an enlarged beaver. Like, it's a big beaver. It's not like your standard, rodent stuff. Like, it's an enlarged beaver.
And can Butch swim? Because I feel like if the beaver lures it into its own habitat, then if Butch can't swim, he can just drown him.
He really doing Gangnam Style.
Yeah, the K-pop fan.
I do think Cougars can swim. So the Beaver is toast.
that Cougar can do anything it puts his mind to, clearly. It's awesome.
But if it was a freakishly large beaver, then maybe he could take him out.
The eyes, bro.
Yeah.
The eyes.
And listen, beavers can bite through wood straight up. So like I trust the teeth, but like Cougars, they got super, super sharp claws.
I used to want my teeth to look like beaver's teeth. But anyways, that's all we got. That's all we got on the wrap-up presented by Samsung. Thanks for watching.
You wanted that?
Next week. Yes.
Explain yourself.
I think it's kind of cute. It's like a kind of adorable little look.
Christine said buck teeth is a great look.
They're cute.
You just wanted to get rid of 34 of your teeth and keep 2?
Shawty tried to put orthodontists out of
that is
business.
exactly. I had braces though when I was younger, so no bigger.
That's funny. That's funny.
What did this smell?
Oh.